Billets YouTube channel. First off, we want to welcome you guys into 2023, and what better way to do it than bringing you a brand new point blank performance billet product we manufacture here in-house. Guys, we're in our CNC department. At the beginning of this video, you guys got to see a truck make 680 horsepower, 750 horsepower, almost 1,000 horsepower, and they all feature a product that we make here in front of me. What am I talking about? Our billet intake air spacer plate, commonly referred to as a grid air heater delete. Now guys, I understand. This product right here, you may be thinking about it, okay, that is for the power hungry guy. Perfect, yeah, absolutely. I'm all about power. But also, I'm talking to the guy out there that wants to make his truck make that 500,000 mile mark. He wants it to last as long as possible. How can this product actually save you a potential engine? Let's dive into your factory grid air heater that comes standard on all your 6.7 liter Cummins engines. First off, what is this product? This is your factory grid air heater. Comes standard on all your 6.7 liter Cummins engines from 07 all the way to 22. What's its job? Its job is simply as this. There is a power wire that connects here. When you turn on the key, it energizes the cools. When the cools heat up, then the warm air rushes across them. It's cold as hell outside. It makes the engine happy because it fills the warm air and it starts up. Boom. So it serves a purpose. Absolutely. But now I'm talking about the performance, guys. We want to make efficient, non-resistant power, right? Absolutely. Guys, can you see this right here? If we had a clear vision of us to the camera, that would make a lot more sense to flow air through. So if we were just by simply removing that, we're going to make more power, okay? But we're also talking about the guy that wants to drive his truck for 500,000 miles or 1,000,000 miles. He wants longevity, okay? Well, this little nut right here, he wants to take your life out. He wants to take the engine life and cut it in half. And guess where it faces? It faces the bottom of your intake, and it will run straight into your intake valve and go into your piston if it were to possibly come off or fall off or an act of God. How many of them have I ever seen? I've never seen one. But don't take my word for it. You can get on the interweb, you can search all across there, and you will find someone that has had this nut come off, spent the 20K, 15K, put a brand new engine in their truck, and they're back up and running. So guys, that's for the preventative maintenance person out there. But off of that subject, we're talking about going fast, billet parts. We're talking about our intake air spacer plate and why it is a hell of an upgrade over your factory grid air heater. So the first question is this: if I take off my factory grid air heater and I replace it with this billet product, will my truck still start? And the answer is yes, it will. Guys, if you're cold, your truck's cold. If your truck does not come equipped with an engine block heater, that's where you plug it up to the outlet at your house, and guys, get one on there, ensuring that your truck will start on the coldest of cold days. So we've had a lot of them. So now let's get down to business. How do we actually make this billet product? Right here, we've got a big chunk of billet aluminum. We take this, we throw it in the VF3, it comes in, it mills out, it does all the tooling work, perfect. We've got a beautiful part that can beat an OEM standard. That's ultimately what this is. What does it feature? Well, this is your intake air temp sensor. It still goes into its factory location. This will work, just to clarify, in this location on your 4th and 5th gens. I'm getting to something, guys. Let me lay it down flat. These little stubs right here, they serve a purpose. We wanted this to work on 4th and 5th. This is your 4th gen fuel rail. Where does it go? On top of those billet stubs. We didn't want to send out spacers. We didn't want them flying everywhere. We wanted to integrate it all into one. Now here's something even better. Say you've got a 4th gen Cummins and you want to upgrade to your 5th gen in the next year or whatever, perfect. Take this product off your truck. Guess what? Go take it on your 5th gen, put it on, it will still fit and bolts right up. Now guys, let's see our spacer plate versus the grid air heater when we pair it up with your factory intake horn. Then let's go big and put a big intake horn on it. Now we're talking about power. We want to compare apples to apples. We're going to take our factory grid air heater, so that way you guys can see, and we're going to place our intake spacer plate right over the top and see how much more flow we got going on here. Guys, you can pretty much put the factory grid air heater right inside of our intake spacer plate. All right, a good story, right? Perfect. Well, now we want to compare what happens when you put the factory intake on the factory grid air heater. We want to look at the flow from there, okay? Let's do that. So I'm gonna flip this around. This is your factory intake horn. It allows air to flow through the vanes and go into your engine. Okay, you can see we don't get a lot of flow. We get actually a lot of resistance flowing through there, okay? Now let's take our spacer plate, let's pair it up, and let's see if we actually gain some air flow. You can see there, guys, we opened up a whole new world to make some more horsepower. And when we don't have all that resistance, we will actually keep our intake air temps down. When we do, fuel mileage will go up. So not only gain power, but mileage. Okay, now we've got a new aftermarket intake horn. I know you guys, that's like the first mod that I see on all the diesel trucks, but you still have this grid air heater on your truck. Personal opinion, well, I don't need to give it, I'll just show it to you. Here's your grid air heater, here's your big badass intake horn, put it over the top. You really didn't accomplish very much of anything but put a shitload of air right behind the intake air heater and try to force it through, but really can't, okay? So now, let's take that, set it to the side. Let's get our spacer plate here. Let's look and let's see if we can actually flow some more air. Guys, it speaks for itself. You can see all the way through there, you can flow, no resistance. You flow that air straight inside the intake runner, it goes inside the engine, and you're making horsepower. So for the Cummins owner tuning in with us every single Friday, you want to make big power, or you're the guy, you just want reliability out of your truck and you spend a shitload of money on it. Our Billet intake air spacer plate is something we would recommend to you guys. We run it here in the shop and we want to offer it to you guys. Speaking of offering, guys, it's 2023. All 2022, all 2021, guess what? We've been gearing up to drop a lot of Billet products. We're doing that here today. We don't run ads on the channel. We're sticking to our guns. We're giving back to you guys. We got a promo code from this Friday all the way to next Friday. You get free shipping on this product. What's the promo? It is New Year. If you call in the shop, we'll have that number below. Or if you go to the website, you type in that promo code, free shipping this Friday all the way to next Friday. Guys, make sure you tune in with us. We know you want to see that 22 Dodge Cummins, and we're ready to show it to you. Like, subscribe to YouTube channel. We'll see you back here next week at Point Blank Performance.